So this is a quick video tutorial on how to get GwtQuery on the App Engine, and I'm just going to go ahead and start off with a Google App Engine project. And again, we showed you how to get the GPE and all that stuff, which is the Google plugin for Eclipse. And you go ahead and start off giving your project a name. And I've already named my projects. I've done this so many times. And you see creating the workspace, use the Google Web Toolkit. I'm going to be using the latest version and also the latest version of the App Engine. And notice here sample code is going to get generated. So I'm going to press finish. And typically it doesn't take this long to run. So here goes the project. And now just kind of want to give you the anatomy of a Gwt project. I mean, we saw it in the other one, not really too much. So the typical anatomy would be to have under your source, you have your package name, and then you have a client, server, and shared. And if you were to go into the top level here, you'll see a file with a .gwt.xml extension. And every Gwt project has this and more. They're modules, they're called, and they define like as we get into explaining a little bit more about GwtQuery, we can definitely explain that about how you define modules. So the most important thing that I want you to concentrate on here is, no we don't, is the fact that it says inherits Gwt user right here. That's the most important thing here, because this is kind of like an import statement in Java, and we're inheriting this library. This is just a regular Gwt core library. Now, we haven't done anything to inherit GwtQuery. To include GwtQuery into your project, this is where you have to do your own jar management, because we're not using Maven. You go to the build path, and here I was sleeping a little bit. Go to the build path, add library. Now, if you haven't already, you're going to define your own library. So you go to use a library. I'm assuming you haven't. And I have twice, but just to kind of show you, you click over here on user libraries, click new. They give you an option to name it. Let's call it GwtQuery tuts, tutorials, tuts. That's what we did. And if you notice, you have an add jar, and this is where you would add the jar. It would be right here, and we're going to add this GwtQuery 1.2.0. Can't cancel it because that's what we've already done. And press OK, and make sure that it's checked, and press finish. And now it's in our build path, and you can see OK, great. And now that it is in our build path, if we open up the jar, we'll see that we need to inherit one of two files. I'm going to inherit the GwtQuery query file because it just does a lot. I don't really need to shrink it down anymore because I'm going to be using GwtQuery. The other one is the minimum file, and I guess you could use that for faster code. I can't really remember what the drawback is, but they explain that on the website there, and it will tell you as we start building projects. And right here, I'm just going to go ahead and include that in my inherits. Notice how I erased the core file. That's because GwtQuery already inherits their core file. And here I'm just going to go ahead and compile the project. Compiling is one of the biggest, I guess, argument against Gwt, because it takes a while to compile. I mean, for people who are typically used to jQuery, where you just go ahead and add your script tag and you're good to go, and you can just refresh and all that to see the difference. Gwt will work that way, and as long as I say Gwt, I mean GwtQuery. But again, we're talking two different things. We're going to be using GwtQuery to create data-intensive web apps. So that's why I wanted to show you this running on the server, because I mean, it's going to be hard to argue that you would use GwtQuery just to do what jQuery can pretty much do easily. Oh, no, there we go. This is typically how fast it would run. I didn't get to the pause yet. So everything's been successful. And now my URL should be popping up any day now. So this has popped up. Double click on it, and it'll put you in dev mode. And I'm going to really cut this file short. I'm going to be editing like nobody's business. So you can see the real way it goes. And you go here goes the web application, place it in your name. The whole point of this was just to say that GwtQuery could be replaced, or just a drop-in plugin for the Gwt, because it's built on top of Gwt. Thanks for watching.